Hello everybody, I'm Matthew Austin Summer Hanks, and welcome to the penultimate episode of The Conqueror. Yes, we've decided to end The Conqueror, not after this episode, but after the next one, mainly because I'm just sick of being with albacete. It's one club save so far in this, what's meant to be a journeyman, and I'm just fed up with it. I know I could easily leave, in all honesty, but I really want to win the Champions League, the UEFA Cup, the whatever the Conference League version is called, Europe Cup or whatever, the La Liga, Copa del Rey, everything available to us in Spain basically, and then we can move on. But I don't think I can last that long. I'm getting up to the point where I'll finally get that first achievement I've ever got. I'll get the first achievement that I've got ever of this achievement, because it's been in multiple games before, but being at the club for 10 years, I've never done that ever. The closest I came to it was actually this game cycle when it was still the FM 23-24 season, when we were with Cambridge in Tactical Masterclass. That's the longest I've been at the club. That was technically 9 years, but 10 seasons. This is going to get up to 12 seasons. And yeah, I can't take it anymore. So unfortunately, we're going to say goodbye to this series. I'm sorry, again. It's just for the good of actually getting content out, if you know what I mean. I think the most I can do is 10 seasons at a club and then I get fed up. And so, coming into FM 26, now that it's been announced, I'll probably be doing a rebuild like a 10 season or 5 season rebuild, and that'll be that. No more of that. That's finished after 5 or 10 seasons, because I just can't cope with doing more of them. I don't know what's up with me. I don't know if it's my autistic mind just making me that I just can't handle being in the same club for more than 10 years or what. But it's always been the same since I've been playing Football Manager. I've been playing Football Manager doing journeymans, and I've never done a one club save. The only time I did it was with Wee Wee Paris. The first year I did FM, which was FM 20. And FM 20, yeah. Or FM 21, something like that. And that lasted like 2 seasons. Even though it was the end of the cycle, to be fair. But yeah, we're creating this save after this episode, but after the next one. So we'll get to season 12 and see what we can do in the whole winning everything. Also, why I've been away for so long. 3 weeks, 4 weeks, probably by the time this comes out. My mum caught the whole Divox. If you don't know what that is, spell Divox. Search Divock Origi, look at his first name, spell it backwards. My mum caught that. Also known as the beer virus, because it's also called that, because it's to do with a drink. Not really, but you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. She caught that, so I was looking after her. With my dad having dementia, it's a bit hard to keep up with everything, so I've had to look after both of them. She's better now, completely fine. I didn't catch it, Mum, Dad didn't catch it, thankfully, really, thank God. And yeah, then I've had multiple problems with recording this episode in fact, I've done a second recording of it because I messed up on the dates. And previously it was video frame rate or video audio that was going wrong. But yeah, we're here with albacete in season 9. We're on the 15th of June. We've got £3 million to spend and £11 million minus in the overall balance. That is because we are building a new stadium, which we'll be using the in-game editor to name. Just depends what the stadium is named. If it's named after a person, I'll probably call it the Stadio. Because I hate it how it's all anglicised, where you're in Spain, but your stadium is named the Lionel Messi Park or something like that. It would be Estadio Lionel Messi or something like that. So you see what I mean? I have to use and go about to change that if it does come to that. Otherwise, I'll name it after a street or something that's in Spain. Preferably in Albacete. But yeah, £300 to spend, it's not much. We might have to sell some players to get in to improving the squad. Last season we of course finished 12th. If we want to get that Copa del Rey and Spanish First Division and Champions League, we've got to, improve. And the only way we can do that is by looking what we can do in the transfer window. Real quick, fire the transfers for this transfer window. So first off, we let a youngster Navarro Rodriguez leave on a loan. Then we signed Nicola Donizon, who comes in as our new main choice left back. Good option there. We also ended up loaning out Tom Strange. I don't think he's ready for us now. Marchesin was sold. He was unhappy a few times, but yeah, he was finally getting to the point where he was missing training. I thought, okay, we'll just sell him. 1.3 million is profit. Diego was also sold. He didn't get to the standard I was expecting him to be. But then Karen Rekic, whose minimum fee release clause was met by West Ham for 12 million, so he's gone over there for them. So that gives us the money to bring in a few players. And yeah, everyone else is just loanees. And one of interest, let's say Oscar Vega is one of them. Some of the older, younger players who were youth academy players who have played for the main team but still in the B team by being loaned out by the direct football loan manager thing. And yeah, that was basically that. But we signed a backup goalkeeper in Kaan Yasser, Turkish German player from Gladbach. Diego Llorente comes in as might have overpaid for minimum for Castilla. I thought he has goal potential and I know of him in real life, so he could get there. And Isidro Hernando comes in as a main choice striker. We might have overpaid for him. He was hardly playing for Betis. And we paid £9.75 million for him, so hopefully it's a risk worth taking. And so far in the league we are 8th, 10 points from 6 games. We started off brilliantly, had awful end to the 6 games, so hopefully it continues with the first 4 games, not continuing with the last 2 games, which probably will now that I've said it. Yeah, it actually got worse. We lost 4 games on the trot before turning it around, and then the past couple of months has been iffy at best. Thus, series dropped down to 10th with 24 points from 17 games, 5 points away from continental position, nowhere near relegation, which is good. Expected to be mid-table, we're about mid-table, we're about the mid-table top half. But yeah, mid-table is what the board are aiming for, the fans are aiming for that. If we can get there, higher than that, that'll be brilliant. So results still turned around, and we've actually got the furthest we've ever gotten in the Copa del Rey. We've actually all the way in the 15th February. We've played a bit longer than expected. We're in the semi-final of the Copa del Rey. However, we've just lost 5-2, so I doubt we're going to go to the final against Real Madrid. Transfers, however, because big things happened in January. After loaning some more players out in between to lower league Spanish sides, Jan Kirchhoff was sold. Yeah, we signed him for 1.4 million when he was at AC Milan, and yeah, he had apparently 2 seasons with us, because 2 half seasons and 1 full season. And his release fee was 30 million, and they weren't wanting to pay it. He was unhappy. I said, okay, I'll offer 30 million, you can leave. He's like, no, I want it to go for shorter. So there's anything, if anything, to say, haha, you could have gone for 30 million. I did £23 million to Arsenal up front, or over the course of a few months or whatever, and 7 million if he plays 1 game. And he's already played that 1 game, so yeah, we've got 30 million from Arsenal. So yeah, haha. We could have got that easily, so I don't know why you weren't happy with this. And also been sold is Handanovic. He's been unhappy since the start of the year because he wanted to leave. And yeah, in the end I thought, okay, Higuain's from Brazil of all team sides coming in for him. 21.5 million or 18.75 million rising to 23.5. For him, he's brilliant, and I thought, hey, you can go, and yeah, so he's gone. And with that, 50 or 40 odd million pound coming in, we signed a new midfielder in Ole Christian Saunas, and a new defender to replace Kirchhoff in Junior, who is also from from Germany, even though he's not German, he's Argentinian Brazilian, and yeah, he comes in from Vélez originally, then went to Leverkusen. However, because he's played 2 times in 1 year for Vélez and Leverkusen, he then can't play for us until next season. So made a bit of a mistake there, but having him for 9.25 million, I think it's a really good deal. I reckon he could get really, really good. But we're currently all the way in 8th, a lot better than last season, and we're not that far off, or in all honesty, 6th in Betis. So if we can get that continental position, that'll be brilliant. Yeah, it's gone quite well. We've only lost a few times, we've won a few times, but we also won a load of times. Of course, we didn't get to the final of the Copa del Rey, even though we did beat Real Madrid at home, which is good. But yeah, we finished 6th. UEFA Cup position unlocked. I think it would have been the UEFA League, whatever, I don't know. We could have easily got the UEFA League, but then Betis have won the UEFA Cup, so it could mean next season we could win the UEFA Cup. Who knows, but we finished on 68 points, 21 wins, 5 draws, 12 losses, 28 goal difference. In the end, we're the same points as Villarreal ahead of us, and only 1 point behind Betis and Zaragoza, 2 positions and 1 position behind us. So it was all between Villarreal, I would say, Betis and Zaragoza for those positions. In the end, I don't even think Betis actually got them realistically, and it was only because they've won the Champions League that they qualified for it. I'm not sure, unless that blue outline kind of dictates that they would have got it anyway. I'm not sure. But yeah, really good season. If we go to the players, most played player was Moura in the end. He played 41 times for the start, 3 off the bench. And we've got some goals. Hernando got the most. He's shown how good he is and that he's worth that money. 23 goals in 37 appearances. Souvenir, who played as well, has done really, really well. Then Thomas Moore got 11. Jeffren, always brilliant, got 11. Better than the past couple of seasons as well. Diaz got 7 and Jared Flores got 5. Assists wise, Jeffren got 17, Moore got 16, Souvenir got 9, Jared Flores got 7, and then 5 for Andre and Hernando. Clean sheets wise, we were quite bad on it. Kanyas got 7, Spasic got 2. Kanyas became our main choice goalkeeper after we sold Handanovic. I don't know how many clean sheets Handanovic got, but we've got another goalkeeper coming in, which we'll say in a bit. And then overall average ratings, Jeffren was the best average rating, Savinier was 2nd, Moore was 3rd, Cohen was 4th, Diaz was 5th, Hernando was 6th, Spasic was 7th, Flores was 8th, and Kanyas was 9th. We also got Martin Derbaliev, who is a youngster that I'm trying to promote into the main side. He got one of the highest bounces as well when he was on loan at Levski Sofia. I'm trying to get some of these younger players in all honesty, that are youth academy players with our actual youth academy. Yuri Lima is not actually a youth academy player, but we did sign when he was under 18 or 18 or whatever, so he could become youth academy. I think he is youth academy trained, club trained. I don't think he'll reach his potential though, in all honesty. He's just shown no need to get at that level. Derbaliev on the other hand has. We also got Josemi, who's brilliant youngster, and yeah, gonna probably get some more in next season if we can. But a successful season. We've got continental football. We did win the Copa del Rey for the first time ever, and now we can push hopefully with that money that we've been given, which is 9 million. Yeah, probably not the best, but we're still recovering from buying the stadium, but making that stadium, which we are moving next season, I think. but £10 million, yeah, we got it. And yeah, it's going to be a good season next season, I would hope. And transfers. So on the 12th of September, and towards the end of the season, we sold Alberto Della Bella. Yeah, he was, well, we didn't want to sell him, but he was a good offer, I would say, for a player that we overpaid for. Yeah, it was a good offer for someone who was leaving at the end of the next season. At the end of this season, I wasn't willing to renew it for next season, so we got the money while we could. We also loaned out some more people, and then people that joined as Begovic is our main choice goalkeeper for this season, hopefully for the rest of the time. And we also got this guy, Ahmed Fateh, who we weren't looking for a player like him, but I basically trialled everyone who'd been released by the clubs, and he accepted the offer to join us on trial, and he actually looked quite decent. And so we signed him because he can also play midfield, he can play DM if we ever decide to change it to that, and you could also play right back, so that's brilliant. And then people that left, Trump Strange was finally sold, and yeah, he just didn't reach that potential, and also he's gone to Crystal Palace. And out some more players that I can't see anyone that is quality enough to say. And Kanyos was also sold. We didn't want to sell him, but he wanted to leave to Stuttgart, and I thought 1.1 million, that's a good offer, and it's going to rise to 1.4 if he plays one game, which hopefully he gets to that game. We did at least sign 2 players last with paid money. Ezequiel comes in as our new left winger as backup to Jeffro. From Lewitt comes in as our third choice, or second choice goalkeeper, replacing Kanyasa. How we've started so far, it's not been the best. We've also lost in the UEFA Cup League phase against Bayer Leverkusen. Current season is all the way down 12th, but it's the early start of the season, it can easily get better. Yeah, and apologies, it's because I didn't have a save point for whatever reason from December, and I decided to go further ahead till the end of the season in February instead of the February slot. So February save and not save. The February save was no good because I didn't do it, and I didn't save in December, so we're at the end of the season. So if we'll quick look at the end of the season transfers in January. This all came when Jones, who was just not playing recently, and yeah, he's gone to Tigres in Mexico. And we also sold Isidro Fernando for his release fee of £50 million to Arsenal. Arsenal have a habit of buying our players, but 9.75 million, he had 1 brilliant season, 1 brilliant and a half season. Arsenal decided, you know what, we're buying him for 50 million, and yeah, that was his release clause, we couldn't do anything about it. He's gone. And with that money, we bought in Manuel Akanji. Now, at the time, Hernando wasn't even being sold, but I put him on my shortlist because someone had mentioned in press conferences that he could be leaving Getafe. I thought, I know of him in real life, he could be good for us and progressors. I put him on my shortlist not long after, in January, like a couple of days after. A team went in for him, and so we put 16.25 million, thinking if we sell a player, which I'm not looking to do, but if we do, we can hopefully bring him in with that money from that sale. And within that time, it was taking ages to decide. We had also upped his wages purposefully, so we signed him, which is on 80k a week. But yeah, he ended up joining us, but Hernando ended up joining Arsenal before, and that was all happened while Akanji was still waiting on to decide for a club. So Hernando really wanted to go to Arsenal. Akanji was like, oh, where shall I go? But yeah, we got him as a new defender, which is brilliant. We also brought in Mark Noble, who's had no time at West Ham really. He left West Ham after a few seasons, went to Man City. Recently been at West Brom, was on transfer. 6.25 million for him is brilliant. And yeah, he's coming from us. This guy was a youngster that I'd waited too long in the youth academy candidates to give contract to, so he's joined us after when the transfer window, well, when he was released. So yeah, a bit of a mix up from there, so it's nothing to think about. It's not really a signing, but it says he's a signing. But if we go to schedule, as you can see, it went really well here. It got better, got a bit worse, got a bit better. We won the Copa del Rey final against Real Madrid after beating Barcelona in the second round. After losing in the first leg away from home, we ended up beating them and then winning on penalties. And we also won in the UEFA Cup final against Porto, also in extra time. Well, also after the allotted 90 minutes. So yeah, look at what we've done. We've won the UEFA Cup and we've won the Copa del Rey. Yay! And we finished 6th. So even if we hadn't have won the UEFA Cup or Copa del Rey, we've still got UEFA Cup competition. So, or Euro Cup, I don't know, because it looks like Spain have lost a position in the Champions League. But how good is that? Getting UEFA Cup and Copa del Rey on the belt. I actually think now Marcos Celestro he's an icon. Meanwhile, we've got Jeffrin as a legend. Anyone else? Noguel, who was for ages. He's really retired now. He is an icon. We've also got Jared Flores and Javi Jimenez as favourite person. I don't know why Javi Jimenez never got favourite person, never got icon or legend status, because he was so good. But yeah, he retired. He became a coach or a manager. We never got a job, so he was retired. Thought about offering him one, but it was no good. I mean, I didn't have space for him, so yeah, he just didn't get a job and retired. But we are into the Champions League because of the UEFA Cup victory. I've also got Copa del Rey victory, and if we go to general, we are now 4-star national reputation team. And look at the rise we've done. We started nearly getting relegated in the first 3 seasons, mid-table in a 3rd, nearly promotion in a 4th, promotion as champions in a 5th, high finish in the 6th, mid-table 7th and 8th, and 9th season we got continental football, and 10th season we got continental football, and also won the UEFA Cup and Copa del Rey. So in 10 seasons we've done brilliantly. But yeah, I think that's enough for this episode. So if you have enjoyed it, like the video, subscribe to the channel as well. For FM24 content, it'll be FM26 soon. It's been announced. I don't really think there's much point in me doing all these reviews of the news, because I don't find it interesting personally to do that sort of content. I'm pretty sure you'd more go to the bigger YouTubers to watch rather than little old me. But expect FM26 content if it actually gets released soon. Unless, of course, it'll be a disaster for SI and it's not released at all. Oh, they can't do that. They just cannot do that. But yeah, subscribe. Follow me on all the socials down in the description below. I've got links to them all. And yeah, I've been Matthew, also in Summer Hex, and I'll see you next time. Hex, signing out. Bye, everybody.